Guru, should we start the Q&A?
Yes, Ankur. I was about to say that, and the question tab is booming. I could see around 265 questions.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure because of the time constraints, we'll be not able to answer all of them. So I have picked a few questions. I'm also getting questions from my WhatsApp. There is groups created, so I'm also getting questions from them. So my first question would be to Ankur. So we have Anshum, who's 23-year-old, and she is doing her own startup. So she's asking her question is how to channelize the ideas and share your vision to your team members as well. That is her question to you.
Sorry, what was the name of the person who asked?
Anshum.
Anshum, it's a great question, but let me break your heart by saying something which you may not want to hear. Your team members will never share the same passion towards your idea that you do, because it's your idea, it's not theirs. So I don't think you should try convincing them of the idea, the passion, or the mission of it. What you ought to do instead, which is what I have done and it's worked well for me, is convince them of how they can become the best version of who they are today by doing what they're doing. Center them on themselves, not them on your idea, because that is almost like a selfish way of thinking about it. It's your idea. I'm sure it will do well, and you ought to be the most passionate. But somebody else who doesn't own the company, didn't start the startup, didn't have that idea, they will think of it differently. But if you think of them as the best possible way of how you can help them grow, help them achieve what they want, get them the success that they define for themselves, then they will do whatever it takes to help you get to your idea, because then it becomes a give or take relationship.
Hello everyone. So I want to share, first of all, lot of thanks to Scalar and Ankur sir for giving me this tip. What is the background behind why I was in curiosity to know how to interact with my teammates. So I'm also doing a lot of social work initiative. So through Nitaya, I was focusing on two initiatives prominently, that Nitaya English and Nitaya Slum Project. So here I found difficulty how I can make my thoughts aware, and like before pitching to someone, I want to pitch all of my ideas to my teammates. And fortunately, with time, I got a lot of people who supported, and few stay with me, and we created a team. So here, every time whenever I was feeling new struggle and they are also facing new struggle, we are not able to interact and make a better conclusion. So here I realize that there is a lack of communication, there is a lack of vision. Like I was not able to share what my ideas are. So this brings a lot of question. So I want to share one thing here. So here through Scalar, I got a call from Guru, as you seen in the video. He asked me that we are doing this master class, and after about the after conversation, I asked like I have a question. So I have a lot of question. So whenever you want to ask or approach someone, try to optimize all of your question. Here I want to share the tip how you can optimize the question. So what I did, I write all of my doubts in write in rough language only. Like roughly, this is my doubt, this is the scenario, and write a proper question of each of your doubt and try to optimize all of the question into one. So that's why I optimized this question that Guru asked to Ankur sir, and it was like the most prominent doubt I have all through like before just doing my startup and Nitaya in initial months. Then I realized that this I had to ask. So after now listening to his advice, what I implemented. So let's rewind that question and like I was reminding in my, he first say, I am going to break your heart. So that was too direct that he gave me a tip that is like on the spot, like proper solution, what I feel. So when I was hearing in this in that, so in that portal only 3 people are allowed to you can see. So that time whenever I was in, I was like, okay, now something important. So that part brings all of my attention. Of course I'm listening him attentively because this is my question also, and all through masterclass throughout the masterclass I am listening the conversation. But here, like when it's a heartbreak, then I realize that he is going to share all of his experience in like about this question in within a minute. So he said very well, because I feel I'm imposing my ideas earlier to my team. So it's to require as a leader that you know your team first and you can help them in growing their own ideas. So now come to the implementation, what I did after this step. So I let's come first on Nitaya English. So I allow my teammates to come up with the ideas, whatever they feel. So here I want to share like two most main leader I found in my team is Pragya and Digvijay. So Pragya was initially feeling that this is like my initiative. I started this. She has a lot of ideas, but she was hesitate. She can do create something or like bring her own creativity. So after conversation, why not? And as I was in Bangalore at that time, I was not getting time to work on this startup or like on this project Nitaya English also. So here they get chance to bring all their creativity. They are handling their like our meetings, and here what value they can add or what value they are getting. Come on, like I want to share about this. So here we face a lot of challenges, and through that challenges they are learning. They after all this analysis we talk, when I talk to my team, they found like, Anshum, we when we are hosting the meeting, when we are doing, I am learning this thing. So I started talking about learnings what my teammates are getting. So whenever you into a firm, you want your own learning, right? Because like even I'm employee in some company, my end of the day is thinking like what I did, what value I add on to that company, or what value I am getting. So this is the best thing everyone want, like what value they can offer and what value they are getting. So that I took, and I then I started, and they are also started taking up new challenges, innovating the meetings. So Nitaya English all about communication. So here they started bringing new people and making the active like meetings interesting. So there it's a great learning for them. So with that advice, what you can do, you can reach out to your team and you can ask what learning you are getting, why you are doing this. So that will help them to analyze like, oh yes, we are also helping this community. So now come back to other sector of Nitaya, that slum project and school. So here what my initiative and purpose is, like I want to create a sustainable environment. I teach kids like in slum and in Anganwadi and school also. So in school, I found like senior students is like are helping younger students. So, but in slum and in Anganwadi, my initiative is to bring family also into the class and make them aware what is going on, so they can also help them in their homework and they can help them in the next learning. Because sometimes I feel that student might forget what I'm teaching and I can't present every day with them. So that's the idea behind, like, I want to make them sustainable here. So, how I implement this advice of Ankur sir into my Anganwadi and slum project. So, in Anganwadi project, my mother helped a lot. Here we started asking school student, like after class, like, can you please teach this? So first I asked like family members only, the students in the family, that these are your siblings also, so they are your sibling also, so please help them to teach. So here the motive is like, okay, they are family, they can teach, but this not, like, it's not working every day. So my mother suggested one thing: you can ask them to teach, because teaching value, they are learning how to teach, how to come. So my mother suggested, like, if she or he will teach, then he is also learning, he can become a teacher later on. So that bring the idea, oh yes, this can be an option. So this worked, and it's still like, we are working on this thing only. And other than that, like, benefiting them, so I started teaching big kids, and then, like, see, students of 10th class, and online, through online medium only, and then they started teaching, and they also started giving me report. So I asked again, what you are learning, you completed this 1 month, right? So what you learn? So they were like, I started noting the things, it is interesting, I am building a proper schedule. Because if you provide someone authority, and when you ask what you get learning, what value, and how you are growing up in the skill, that person feel the responsibility, and responsibility comes with great power also. So they feel powerful, they feel proud, and this happiness make them motivated to work again. So this is one of the thing I am implementing, and it is continuous. So thanks to Ankur sir, and thanks to Scalar. So this was one of the master class I got, and I really love Scalar community. I am learning a lot, even through Bangalore trip, even through Hyderabad. I got a lot of help and guidance through my Scalar community. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you like this video, and try to implement this advice in your everyday routine. Try to analyze yourself, what value you are implementing to others, or what value you are getting. So this help you to check, are you in continuous learning or not. So thank you so much, and stay happy.